I'll tell you, you don't look 69. Do you feel 69 at all?
No, I don't. I feel like I'm 28.
That's very inspiring of you to say, yeah? What was it like in MIT taking a degree like that, bachelor's in arts, science and arts and design? How was it?
Well, MIT as an educational experience was a revelation and fantastic, because first of all, there were such amazing people who were teaching there, some of whom I talked about just now. But also, it had an energy of openness. And as I said, what everyone was really interested in is your mind.
Yeah.
So it was really a collection of people who had amazing talents and amazing minds. And it didn't matter where you came from, what background, what class
No
of
judgments,
society,
yeah.
etc. And also the amazing thing in Cambridge was, the ability to take classes in Harvard or in Wellesley, because they had an agreement where if you did your classes, you could, you could then go and take other classes as long as they didn't conflict with your class. So if it was in the evening or on a day when you didn't have one class, you could take a bus to Wellesley or take the metro to Harvard. So it was, and that's why, I think that's why if I had stuck to physics, I can't even now think of where I would be. Also, I realized when you see the professional working of science, it was not what I expected. I thought, okay, when you're studying science as a subject, you're all excited.
Yeah.
But then when you see the lab, you see how they're fighting to get grants, the mechanics of reality. That, I thought, oh my God, this is not something I was, and that the institute, allowed me to learn and to see.
Why you have so much, not angst or hate, but against Yale University?
Well, Yale was totally the opposite. I thought that all these Ivy Leagues would be similar, but I realized it's because MIT was a science institute where in science you are taught to doubt everything you're told. That's the nature of science. That you question,
Everything.
is this correct?
Yeah.
Is this what is actually happening, or is something else going on behind? Which is why you have to then research, and that's how you practice science, is by opening your mind and questioning. Is it just electrons and positrons, or are there, quarks? Are there, up quarks? Are there down quarks? All of that comes from questioning, saying, is this actually... The difference in Yale was it was, very rigid in its teaching, that that this is what is correct and do it this way. And I would keep questioning that because of my background. And I had been taught to resist, not to resist, but to question logic. That why, if you're saying that this should be pink, why should this be pink? Why can't it be green? Or why can't it have dots? What's defining it as correct? Also, Yale was very class-ridden. They were very... It was who was your family, where are you coming from, and very racist also, and anti-Semitic. So that surprised me, because MIT was not... as I said, MIT was all about your brain. So if you were a black person, but brilliant, that's what mattered. It didn't matter that you were black or Chinese or whatever.
Did your father accept photography?
Oh yeah, he was actually a very good photographer himself. So that, but I never, did that when I was a child, even though he had a enlarger at home, etc. It was in MIT that I got interested because of these amazing professors I had. So I mean, the great thing in MIT was, whether it was in science or in art history or in design or in photography, I had incredible people teaching me who excite you about the subject. Yale was very different. There were only one or two people who were like that. as teachers. But the good thing with Yale is the fellow students who I bonded with. And that's a connection that has continued. So it was more the students, fellow students, than the university or the teachers.
Yeah. What do you think of today's politics and politicians, and why are they doing it? Everything? Are they doing everything wrong?
Well, the less I talk, the better. I'm already on a partial hit list, so one is already very alert. No, I think the sad thing that's happened, as I was talking, I think this, especially the communal issue, using identity politics, whether it's Hindu, Muslim, or Dalit, non-Dalit, or Ambedkar or anti-Ambedkar, it's a very, very destructive path that we are treading. And it's all being done by the politicians. It's being done for, gaining votes, etc. And it's very destructive. It's destructive to the ordinary person. I mean, nobody wants to fight with their neighbor. They want to have a better life, to get, subsidies at a good price, and have their children educated, and educated not in some indoctrinated manner, but, real education, modern education. And all of that is unfortunately not happening now, So it's the ordinary person who suffers. So I don't know how we'll get out of it, but one keeps, fighting, but fighting through one's work. Okay.
What advice would you give to the Gen Zs?
Gen Z.
Yeah, the new generation. Yeah.
I think basically, learn to love your fellow human being. Don't get swayed by what's called WhatsApp University.
Yeah.
Information. There's so much fake information now. Figure out how to find out true information, find out the truth before you, either post, etc. And also for your own, development, for your own, spiritual being, intellectual being, finding out actual information is very important. And remember that, we are all human beings, and we have to live together. And basically the idea is, how can we make a better life for everybody? Not just yourself, but for everyone around you. And even people far away from you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.